EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Black, 95.
To throw, Young. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the...
to
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Rams 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A quick throw completed by Purdy. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run on first down. Douglas trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Niners at 3-6 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
On first down, it's Douglas. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Purdy. He finds Douglas complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Get set, get set. Here we go, here we go. Up.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Gene on the tackle. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing here, Purdy. Hard throw, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Seibert's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Ready up. Needle blue. Cut, cut.
The play fake. Now Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gutierrez. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now he'll tuck this and run. He finds his man complete. It's Gutierrez. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal. At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Here we go.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now you just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. On play action, Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Scatterboo, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ready?
Young off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set, ready. Cut, cut.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll throw again. Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
18 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Mega. Ready.
They go play action. Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Young. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
makes the score.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Get set, get set. Up.
Up the middle they go. It's Douglas. And it'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Yellow.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Douglas. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Watch out. Here we go, here we go. Yellow.
Purdy. His throw incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Purdy from the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Douglas. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Second and 5. Back to throw, Purdy. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nakua, 63 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49ers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Up the middle they go. It's Douglas. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set, yellow. Watch out! Go.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And this is Simpson with a catch. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 84. Incomplete. The coverage by Jalen Reed.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Outside. What's up? Stop.
Now a handoff up the middle. Douglas. And the 49ers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Get set. What's up?
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
49ers 31.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
Green jack. Claws red. Slides blue. You set. Ready. Cut.
Final play of the half. Young. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Play action. Now Purdy. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
41-yard line.
Now a give, right side. It's Douglas. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 198 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Douglas. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Outside. Watch out. Here we go.
Purdy looking to throw. This is complete to Simpson. This is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Get set. Right around up.
Purdy now to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Operating from the gun. Purdy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the interception, Young. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll run from the gun with Scatteroo. And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Scatterbury. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Young. That is caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Come on, set. Ready?
An inside run with Scatterbury. Now he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Get you to the blast.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up
Throwing, Young. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Christian Watson, 46 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They're on 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum and moving the football. But something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
Get set. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Here's Purdy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, Douglas. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing here, Purdy. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua with his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49ers 31.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Douglas. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down. Purdy able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Douglas. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Purdy off the play fake. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Down. Green Jack. Red 38. Needle blue. Hunt.
Off the play fake, Young. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Rams look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
31.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Black Ultra. Ready. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Young. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
52 blue.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And he missed it. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to put a drive together.
Red, cycle. Ready, ready. Black, 95. Smash, red. Set, go.
Now Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Young. That's taken in by Watson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
Spike, 6 blaster, 6. Set, rail, yellow. 10 black. Hut.
Young now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Jair Brown on the stop there.
Brings up 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 49ers' 43-yard line.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
A give, it's Scatteroo. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
52 blaster. 6 green jack. 6 med spike white. Ready, ready.
On play action, Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flushed to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion.
That one, though, falls incomplete.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. He finds his man complete. That's Simpson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll run on 1st down. Douglas. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Purdy on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Viking 18.
And they take a knee.
Down. Cowboy 80. Go.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Here we go, Scott. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Stephanie! 70 Lions!
And they'll indeed take a knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they